Hi Aquarius, welcome to your November 2017 tarot reading with a little bit of astrology and oracle if necessary. I'm Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Um, so you are a fixed air sign ruled by Uranus and co-ruled by Mars. Your old ruler was Mars. But Uranus I think really fits because it's a new progressive energy. And when I think of Aquarians, I think of them as the humanitarian, justice warriors, peace fighters, revolutionaries of the zodiac. You're always working for the betterment of the collective, whether it's through a technological advancement or whether it's through revolution or um, um, nonviolent resistance, what have you. And that's your energy is very much being played out on the world stage right now. That the revolutionary movement, the humanitarian movement is very much seen on the world stage. So it's a very exciting time. Now Uranus, your ruling planet, is currently retrograde in the constellation of Aries. So this is, again, your energy is, although it's very progressive, it's also very energetic and very unpredictable. And the fiery nature of Aries just adds to that. So that energy that I'm talking about with Uranus is something that doesn't like things to stay stuck. As I said a moment ago, it's about progression, progressive, moving forward. So if there's anything stuck, it doesn't like it. It's going to break it up and force something new to happen. Again, unpredictable energy. And it's making aspects to some very important planetary actions in Scorpio. So it's making aspects to Jupiter and Venus in Scorpio. And Mercury's in Scorpio for the first portion of the month, but then heads out into Sagittarius. But the big one is Jupiter in Scorpio. Jupiter is an expansive, big energy, and it's in the underworld, the 8th house, the house of sex and death, of the deep unconscious things. So when it's down there, it's illuminating and expressing energetically, expanding energetically those things that are hidden, the shadow world, really. So this is those things that we've repressed. Parts of our personality we don't necessarily like. That's individually, but that's collective as well. And with Uranus making an aspect to that, again, that unpredictable, not liking things to stay the same energy, it forces, it breaks up the energy and says, nope, we're not going to do this anymore. You're going to look at this and you're going to see it for what it is, and you're going to process it and integrate it into you. So I'll throw out as an example, kind of the ugliness that we saw at those white supremacist rallies in Virginia a few months ago. That was kind of the ugly reflection of something in our history, our country's history, collectively here in the United States. That was the mirror being shown to us. This is what we come from. Now, do we like it? Is it embarrassing? Yes, it's embarrassing. Do we like it? No. It's a negative thing to know about. It's like the crazy, the family member that's that nobody talks about or wants to bring up, but they're still part of the family. So Uranus making this aspect to Jupiter, illuminating, that energy, this unpleasant energy, is going to break it up and force it to change, which means we have to process it. So we have to say, yes, we have been a racist country, and yes, we have had a constitution that says one thing, but our actions have said something else. I hope that makes sense. So that's how important this energy is and how you impact this energy. So expect a lot of unearthing of information, both in your personal life and on the world stage. What else can I tell you? Neptune has been retrograde a long time in the sign of Pisces, but is going to actually be going direct on the 21st. So that will allow some focus of energy. So a lot of this energy that I was talking about just a moment ago causes highly intensive emotions, because we're talking about the very deep stuff that motivates us, like, why do I always end up with women that break my heart, that kind of thing. That's deep-seated emotional stuff that's tender. So when we bring that, when we unearth that, people are tender, their emotions are raw, so expect some intense feelings. And with all of that intensity, it will be a little bit of a relief with Neptune going direct. It's a little more focus, which may allow us to have a little more rationale in on trying to process those feelings. Chiron is still retrograde, the wounded healer in Pisces, so still very much a reflective energy on old hurts, old wounds, how we can turn those around, heal them, integrate them, and help ourselves and others. What else have we got? I think I mentioned Mercury is in Scorpio for part of the month and then moves into Sagittarius. Mars is in Libra for the duration of the month. Venus is in Libra for a bit, her home constellation, but she moves into Scorpio shortly after, bringing more love and sensuality and beauty and arts and relating to this interesting cauldron that's happening in Scorpio in the underworld in the 8th house. So there might be, on top of all these intense feelings that might have a negative tone, you might feel amorous or a little bit sexy. That's cool. Run with it. It's Scorpio season. And I think that's about it in terms of planets. Now there's 2 lunations. One's already occurred. That was the full moon in Taurus. That occurred on the 4th, Sunday. And then the new moon will be on the 18th of November, on Saturday the 18th at 6:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that new moon occurs in the 4th quarter of Scorpio. So a lot of activity in Scorpio. That means lots of emotions on very deep stuff that motivates us on the collective stage and well as a personal stage. So a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride. Try to use that left brain capability that Aquarius holds on to. I think that's all I have as it relates to astrology. So let's get into your tarot reading. This is a 3-card pull based upon the supernal triangle, which is the top 3 placements or sephira of the Tree of Life. So if you follow the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, this would be Keter, Chokmah, and Binah. If you follow the Kemetic Tree of Life, this would be Amin Asur, Tehudi, and Sekert. If you follow Jungian theory, which is likely if you're Aquarius, then this would be superconscious, conscious, and subconscious mind. This will be done with the Morgan Greer Tarot, which is sort of a colorful, graphic reimagining of the Rider-Waite-Smith traditional deck. And here we go. What is going on with Aquarius for November 2017? Aquarius ruled by Uranus. Unpredictable, change energy, progressive energy. Fixed. Energy. Cool logic. Humanitarian energy. What's up for Aquarius, November 2017? Air sign. One more. I made a mistake earlier. I'm sorry. Your co-ruler and old ruler was Saturn, not Mars. My apologies. Holy Hecate, cosmic soul, Titaness, God, creatrix of the universe, mother. What does Aquarius, the humanitarian, the progressive, need to know for November 2017 with ruling planet Uranus in retrograde, causing big change and forcing change as we process this information? Okay, thank you. Super conscious. Huh. 5 of Cups in the upright. Feeling a deep hurt. Conscious mind. King of Pentacles, a Taurian energy. Subconscious mind. 4 of Swords. Rest and respite. Let's see what's going on here. So you've been feeling a bit moody. Something's occurred and it's got you really down, and it has to do with things that you hold true, that you have, that you value. Something you believe in, or Yeah, something that you believe in strongly has not turned out, and it's nothing to do with you. This really feels like you were fighting for something, like fighting a good fight, and you've, despite your efforts, you could not count on the other people to help with this. You could not count on other people to do the right thing. This is the Taurus card. It's a fixed energy and it's pentacles, but it, to me, I kind of equate it with the Hierophant or the Hierophant, which tends to be about established institutions like governments, or in this case, if it's something at work, management. If it's something, if you're a teacher or an educator of some kind, this could be faculty. But you're hitting a brick wall. You've fought very hard and you've put a lot of emotion, invested emotion into it. And intellect, as you always do, but you've also invested a lot of emotion into this. And you consistently keep hitting this brick wall, the man, you know. You're trying to initiate a change that really would help everyone and really would better everything, but you keep hitting this authority figure or group. It feels like a group. It feels like you're trying to present this to a board of people or a panel of people, a group of people that kind of have to weigh in on this. And many of them are more decision makers than you are. So you're relying on them to understand the importance of this idea that you have. And they're not. You're hitting a brick wall with them. They don't seem to have the vision. They can't share your vision because they can't understand your vision. So instead of, and that's why you're hitting this, what I'm getting here is that is why you're hitting this brick wall, because you can't make a cat bark and a dog meow. It goes against their nature. So whoever this authority figure is, or whoever this panel of people are that are not getting it, it's just, it's not like it's not a judge of their character. It's like they just don't see it. They don't get the vision. And you've been beating your head against the wall, and it's really getting you down now. Trying to express this vision with them, something that really will make things better, will help everyone, not just you. You're not a selfish person, you're an altruistic person. But they're not getting it. So instead of staying here, what subconscious is guiding you to do is to take a break and regather your vision. Don't give up on your vision. That's not what it's saying to do. It's saying to take a break from the way you've been doing it. Let it lie for a little bit, okay? Because the panel you need to present this to and to convince will still be there, and the idea is a good one. Keep it there. But take a break from it. And when you take a break from it, you know, it's kind of like going out and getting a breath of fresh air when you're arguing with someone. It gives you somehow, if you take 5 minutes to do that, it gives you a whole new perspective, and you're looking at the situation with new eyes. Take this opportunity to rest and to give it some thought. No, not give it some thought, excuse me. Don't give it some thought. You know, watch National Lampoon movies or something like that. Get your mind off of it for a little bit. Don't give up on it. Get your mind off of it for a little bit and then revisit it, refreshed. And understand that they're not bad people and the idea is not bad. The idea is great. They can't see your vision the way you're presenting it. Show it, express it in a way that they can understand. But before you do that, you're not going to be able to do that in this headspace. So take a break, separate yourself from the project completely, re-enter it with fresh eyes, and then explain it in a way that they can understand. And then if you don't get a response, if they don't understand it, perhaps when you represent it, allow for question and answer. So if they get part of it, they may not get how other things might work. Like I'm learning, I'll give you an example. I'm learning astrology and I've got a lot of it, but there's certain things in it that I just can't understand why they work the way they work. It doesn't make sense. Excuse me, it doesn't make sense to me. So we're always students of astrology. It's a lifelong experience or lesson, or I don't know, endeavor. But they're not getting it. So they may be getting part of it. So next time when you give yourself a break from it and you're ready to revisit it and re-present it, perhaps give an opportunity for question and answer to see what part of it they get. If they don't get all of it this next time after you take a break, find out what parts they're not getting and see if you can't solve the problem for them. You're very intelligent, and I'm not saying these people are not intelligent. I'm just saying everyone's intelligence is different, and take a break. Don't give up on the idea and represent it later after you've taken a break and get some fresh perspective. They're not against it. They don't understand it. I hope that helped. Again, this is a general reading. It felt pretty specific for someone, but it is general. So if you didn't resonate with this, feel free to email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. We can do a private reading, very reasonably priced, and we can, discuss something specific to your life. If you have questions on this or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will see you for the second lunation, the new moon in Scorpio, on the 18th, and then I'll see you next month for the readings for December. You take care, Aquarius.